Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about petty cash today. So, what is a petty cash? Petty cash is also known as petty cash fund. It is an amount of cash kept on hand to pay for minor expenditures, and the person responsible for the petty cash called custodian. To create a petty cash fund, it involves three activities, which are establishing the fund, making payments from the fund, and replenishing the fund. First, you need to establish the fund. Let's look at the example. Suppose that on April 1st, a company cashed a 200 check to establish a petty cash fund and gives it to the custodian Tiffany. The entry increases petty cash and decreases cash. However, there is no change in total assets. We can write down a journal entry, record the date, April 1st, and the petty cash 200 in the debit side, while the cash is 200 on credit side. Next is making payments from the fund. Cash can be taken from the fund to make payments, or employees can seek reimbursement from the fund for payments they have personally made. Notice that as payments are made from petty cash, no journal entries are made. The last step is to replenishing the fund. As the cash in fund decreases, the fund must be replenished. Let's look at the example. Suppose that on April 30, Tiffany examines the petty cash fund and prepared the following report. The report shows that the fund needs 155 to be fully replenished. It also shows that there are receipts totaling 155. As a result, Tiffany will cash a check for 155 to replenish the fund and record expenses as follows. The four expenses, which are supplies, flowers, postage, and miscellaneous, increases in the debit side, while the cash decreases in the credit side. The same type of entry would be repeated each time the fund is replenished. Now, let us talk about cash over and short. When a petty cash fund is replenished, the amount of cash needed for replenishment should equal the total amount of receipts. However, this will not always be correct. Sometimes it may have a discrepancy in the result. So, cash over and short is a temporary account that can have either a debit or credit balance, depending on the situation. Let's look at an example down here. The four expenses increase in debit side show 155 in total, but the cash decreases in the credit side shows 165. So we're going to have a cash over and short for $10. Thank you for your listening.